Hi ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to IT Snippets. Today I'm going to show you how to install Debian, the Linux operating system, on a Paralells virtual machine on my Apple Mac. So first things first, let's jump over to my Apple Mac and download the Debian installer. Okay, there we go. I've already got Safari open and I'm at the Debian download page. So the address is www.debian.org. We'll just go back to the main website. I would click on Getting Debian CD/USB ISO, and then I downloaded them via BitTorrent, but you can select HTTP or FTP, whichever you prefer. And I selected the DVD image, and I downloaded the AMD 64 one, which is for 64-bit systems. You can also download the x86 one, which is the i386, and that would be for non-64-bit systems. So once it has been downloaded, I've already done this because it takes so long, because they are quite large images, and I have passed them onto my storage drive. So as you can see, I now have the new Debian images here. There's 3 of them. So the first thing I'm going to do is go to my Parallels setup, and then I'm going to go File, New. I'm going to install Windows or another operating system from a DVD or file image. Double click that. I'm going to go to Image File, and I'm going to drag the Debian image from my saved area, which is on my NAS, into here. It's realised that it's a Debian install. I'm going to go Continue. I'm going to call it Debian. I'll just leave it as Debian GNU Linux. You can call it whatever you want. So I'm going to share this with other Mac users, other users on the Mac. And I'm going to customize the settings before installation. I'm going to click Continue. Okay, it's given it 2 CPUs by default, 1 gig of RAM, and 64 gig of disk space. As this is a download server, 64 gig may or may not be enough. That really depends on what you're doing. For the purposes of this tutorial, it should be fine. But what I would say is it's quite difficult to resize a Linux partition once you've actually created the system, so you're probably better erring on the side of caution here. So if you think you're going to require a large amount, then go with the large amount. So I'm going to click on Options, and you can play around with the settings in here, but I generally just leave most of these as a default. I don't need it to start automatically. I don't need to start it the same as the last time. On VM shutdown, we could close the window. On Mac shutdown, and shut down the PC. On window close, keep running in the background. Okay, so then I'll need to restart Paralells for that to take effect, but that's not really much of an issue. Optimization, I want a faster virtual machine. You can enable adaptive hypervisor. I prefer better performance because we're not on a laptop. I generally share my home folder on this. You can customize this as you require. It's entirely up to you. Pretty much the rest of these can be left as default. In hardware is where we would change what's required. I personally think 2 gigs probably a better bet for this system. It's entirely up to you, whatever you feel safe doing, whatever your system can obviously spare. I'm quite happy for those to go through. Graphics pretty much par for the course. The next thing we need to do is network it. By default it sets up a shared network. I generally bridge the network, and I generally bridge it to my Ethernet adapter. I also have 2 USB gigabit Ethernet adapters connected to this. It's entirely possible for you to set up one of the virtual machines exclusively on that. It's entirely up to you. If you're running server software like this, it's possibly a good idea to do so. You can also, in a more advanced topic that I will touch on later on, and probably another video, is you can team multiple network connections in order to speed up the throughput. So you can have 2 or 3 connections acting like one. Everything else, again, really shouldn't be an issue, so I'm quite happy with this to continue. I will try and increase a hard drive actually. Where's storage? Hard disk 1. Okay. Just edit this drive. And I'll make it. I'll go for 128 gig. Helps if you use the correct keyboard. I'll click apply. Yeah, I'm okay. There's nothing on the virtual machine to destroy at the moment. It was just a warning telling me that you should have a backup before we're doing hard disk resizing. And now that that's been done, I will close that and I'll click continue. Okay, here's the installer for Debian. That's kicked in. So I want to install. Click return. And here it gives me standard options. So let's select English. My territory is United Kingdom. Keyboard's British English. This should be reasonably quick. Okay, it's asking me to give it a host name. So we'll call this one download. We'll be able to refer to the server as download at a later time to make it easier to connect to rather than constantly using the IP address that will be assigned. We don't have a domain to connect it to, so we can just hit return to continue there. We need to give it a root password. So type your root password, make it secure, and then type it again, and the full name of the user. I'm just going to go with Davey, and the user account name is Davey. Password for this user, and re-enter the password for this user. It's asking me how I'd like to partition the disk. Guided, use entire disk is fine. There's only one disk. I said it was 128 gig. That looks like it's set to 137. Yeah, that'll do. Just hit return. And I'd prefer all files to be in one partition. Quite happy with those, so I'll select finish partitioning and write changes to disk. It'll make sure that I select it and confirm it, so I'll move that over to yes and hit return. And it will now start installing Debian. It's asking if I want to scan another CD or DVD. At this point I don't require scanning another CD or DVD, so I'm going to select no. I'll use a network mirror in case there's any packages missing that it has to update, and I'll use ftp.uk.debian.org. I'm not using a proxy, so I don't require anything about that information, so I can just click continue. And it's now configuring more applications. The system may anonymously supply and distribute developers with statistics. That'll be a no. I've got videos on how to remove telemetry from Windows 10. I'm not going to do it with my Debian system. Okay, it's now asking me what I actually require to be installed. So I want this to be a headless server I don't want it to have a GUI interface. Everything's going to be controlled either via the command line or via web interfaces. So I'm going to take off the Debian desktop environment. I'm going to take off the print server, I don't require that either. And it doesn't really matter because I could install it later on, but I will select the SSH server. SSH is secure shell, and that's what allows you to use a program like PuTTY on Windows or Terminal on Mac to connect to the server to do any administration that you require. So I'm happy with those, I'm going to click continue. It seems that the new installation is the only operating system on this computer. Well, that's true. So it's asking if I would like to install a bootloader. The bootloader is grub. So I'm going to select yes. And I'm going to select a hard disk drive, as you can see there. And it's now finishing the installation. Okay, it's told me the installation is finished and to click continue. Make sure I remove any installation media. Paralells does that automatically for me, it's quite good that way. So I'm going to hit return. The system will now reboot. Okay, there's a bootloader that is now installed. And it's automatically continued. Okay, we're now at the login prompt. As you can see, it says download, that's the server name. So I enter the username that I created, and then the password. And we're now inside our Debian-based system. From here we'll be able to add additional utilities and services which will allow us to expand on this and actually turn it from just a standard Debian install into a download server or a web server or whatever we require. If you liked this video, give it a like. If you disliked this video, give it a dislike too. If you get feedback on this or any other videos or suggestions for videos you believe we should do in the future, then please let us know in the comments below. And most of all, thank you for watching.